Hinus is still on like wildfire, Cholo, Abby sobbed. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I didn't know it's this bad, alo nito. Naaawa itong tumingin sa kanya. Do you think I slept with Anthony? Nakita niya ang paglatay ng sakit sa mukha nito. I don't know, Abby, I really don't know. Marga said they found you guys basically naked and Anthony openly admitted na may nangyari nga sa inyo, hirap nitong sabi. Believe me, walang nangyari sa amin. Anthony might have his reasons for saying na mayroon, but you've got to believe me. I need you to believe me. She desperately wanted someone to believe in her. It doesn't matter. It's over and done with and I am not judging you. But it's important that you believe in me, Cholo. No one does, pagsusumamo niya. All we did was sleep. I didn't even know it was him beside me. I thought it was Jenna. Okay. I believe you. Stop crying now, I believe you. Inilapit siya nito sa dibdib at niyakap. Hindi nagtagal ay nagpaalam na ito. Thanks so much, Cholo. Anytime, Abby, you're a dear friend. We met in a not so nice place, nevertheless I'm still thankful we did. Sinikap ni Abby na iwasang isipin si Andre habang dumadaan ang mga araw. For one, she would only bring him shame. And for another, ayaw na niyang maulit pa ang nangyari sa kanila ni Jenna. She could not allow herself to fall for Jenna's boyfriend. Not ever. Laking pasasalamat niya kay Cholo. Madalas silang magkasama and she was amazed how mature he had become. Focused ito sa pagpapalago ng business ng pamilya and was planning to branch out abroad. Fine dining ang business ng mga ito. Pero kahit gaano ito ka-busy ay naglalaan pa rin ito ng oras sa mga kaibigan. Isang araw bago dumating ang ama ay napagdesisyonan niyang pumunta sa bayan para bumili ng mga personal na gamit. Nagpahatid lang siya sa driver at nagsabing siya na ang baalang umuwi. Nag-iikot-ikot siya sa facial care section nang biglang may kumapit sa kanyang kamay. Kumislap ang mga mata niya pagkakita kay Yan. Yan. Mabilis niya itong kinarga. Na-miss kita, sabi niya habang yakap-yakap ito. Nasaan ang mami mo? Nakatawa nitong itinuro ang kinaroroonan ng ina. Nakangiti si Alma sa kanya. Naku, ang batang yan, bigla na lang nagtatakbo nang makita ka. Kinuha nito si Yan at ibinaba. Kumusta ka na, Alma? Tanong niya. Eto, okay naman, medyo naninibago pa rin. Hinintay namin ang tawag mo pero wala kaming natanggap. Nakaraang, pasensya na, naging busy lang nitong mga araw, paliwanag niya. Sabado ngayon at sa bahay manananghalian ng asawa ko, baka gusto mong saluhan kami. Hindi na siya nagdalawang isip pa. Pumayag siya sa anyaya nito. Naging masaya ang pananghalian nila. Kalderetang baka, pritong pork chop, at leche flan para sa dessert ang inihain ni Alma. Tuwang-tuwa siya kay Yan dahil marunong na itong kumain ng mag-isa. Nakatira ang mga ito sa isang bungalow di kalayuan sa bayan pero may kalayuan na sa Rancho del Cerro kaya hindi nagtagal ay nagpaalam na siya. Marami pa siyang gagawin para sa pagbabalik ng daddy niya. Sana makadalaw ka ulit. Niyakap siya ni Alma. Promise, I will. Darating na bukas ang daddy ko so marami na ulit ako ng free time. Naikwento niya mga ito ang responsibilidad na naiwan sa kanya. Ihahatid na kita sa bayan. Mas madali kang makakasakay roon. Pagpipresente ni Mateo nang nasa gate na sila. That won't be necessary. Ako na ang maghahatid sa kanya. Sabay-sabay silang napalingon sa may-ari ng boses. Andre, nausal niya. She suddenly realized how she missed looking at his face. Still in his cowboy hat and boots, gray faded t-shirt and black jeans, he looked as dashing as ever. Kilala mo siya, Abby? Protective na tanong ni Mateo. Nang tingnan niya si Andre ay blanco ang expression nito. But it scared her. Why yes, he's a friend. Mauna na kami. Salamat ulit sa lunch. Binigyan niya ng halik ang magkabilang pisngi ni Yan. Be good, okay. I'll see you soon. Nagpatiuna na siya sa Ford Everest ni Andre na hindi man lang nito pinagkaabalahang patayin ang makina. What is this all about? Simula niya nang pumasok ito sa loob ng sasakyan. Pilit niyang nilalabanan ang pagdiriwang ng puso sa muling pagkikita nilang iyon. So, it's true after all, isn't it? Tiimbagang nabalik nito. What is? Lito niyang tanong. Nahagap niya ang seatbelt nang bigla nitong pinaarangkada ang sasakyan. He will hate you, Abby, sa halip ay sagot nito. What are you talking about? Napipakaw na niyang tanong. I'm talking about you having a child, and you're keeping him a bloody secret. Nanlaki ang mga mata niya sa narinig. Don't you dare deny it, putol nito sa sasabihin niya. That's just unacceptable. Tila nanghihina nitong binagalan ang pagpapatakbo, and she uttered a silent thank you. Tuluyan itong itinigil ang sasakyan at itinabi iyon sa kalsada. I was like that kid, Abby. I never knew my mom. And when I was old enough to be able to think without the influence of others, I realized how much I hate her. For abandoning me, for denying my existence. The pain in his voice sliced through her like a knife. Natahimik siya, waiting to hear more about him. She wanted to know everything about this man who had captured her heart. I am half Filipino and half English. My mother's a Filipino, and my dad and I came here to look for her. She left us a month after I was born. I've hated her for as long as I can remember. I don't want your son to feel that way toward you, Abby. You visit him, I'll give you that. But you have no idea how he feels, each night knowing it's not his real mother, who talks him in bed, reads him stories. I do. Yumuko ito sa manibela. She wanted so much to reach for him, to comfort him. Pero wala siyang lakas ng loob na gawin yon. I found her, Abby, pagkway sabi nito. Nakayuko pa rin. Just 2 days ago. And no matter how hard I try to forgive her, the pain is still there. With pity overflowing in her heart, hinayaan niya ito sa matagal na pananahimik. He was staring blankly into space, pain and angst all over his face. Napakislot siya nang bigla itong magsalita. It doesn't matter to you, does it? You consider your reputation more important than your own son. She wanted to come clean, gusto niyang sabihin dito ang katotohanan. Pero para ano pa? It would not guarantee anything. It would not change what Andre had been through, would not buy her a ticket for the right to keep Andre. Mas mabuti ng ganoon ang pagkakakilala nito sa kanya para matigil na ang kung ano man ang namamagitan sa kanila. She had to drive him away. I am so sorry about your mother, Andre, I really am. And I hope one day, you'll find it in your heart to forgive her. Humugot siya ng malalim na hininga. And, yes, I am everything you accuse me of being. God damn it, Abby. Napalo nito ang manibela bago madilim ang mukhang pinaharurot ang sasakyan. Hanggang sa marating ang Del Cerro Estate. Abby, hirap nitong sambit sa pangalan niya. Thank you for the ride. Noon din, lumabas si Cholo sa portico. She held her breath nang makita ang lalong pagtiim ng mukha ni Andre. Para siyang hihimatayin sa kaba nang bigla itong lumabas ng kotse at gayak na susugurin ang bisita niya. Napahabol siya rito. Nang hindi ako pumayag na lumabas kayo ni Abby ay hindi ibig sabihin niyo na pwede mo na siyang puntahan dito araw-araw. I'm not around all day to monitor what she's doing inside her house, sita nito. Andre, we're not doing anything wrong. Mabilis. Siyang pumagitna sa mga ito. Cholo didn't appear timid now compared to his first meeting with Andre. Good, relax. I just came to visit. You're overacting. You were into drugs together a few years back. Now tell me why I shouldn't overreact, Andre said sarcastically. Andre, stop, napupugto na ang pasensya niya rito. So, you're one of the judgmental douchebags around. Ha, maybe I am. And I'm not about to switch sides tonight so you better leave. I thought you're a reasonable man kaya nirespeto kita nang una kitang makaharap. But hearing you out right now, I see it was wrong of me to hesitate about winning Abby back. Bumaling ito sa dalaga. Let's have dinner tonight, sweetheart. Cholo, nagsusumamo ang boses niya. Ayaw na niyang gatungan ang init ng ulo ni Andre. Pero bago pa siya nakasagot ay tumilapo na si Cholo sa sahig. You want to take her out to dinner? You have to beat me first. Si Andre. His eyes were nearly black. Cholo. Mabilis niya itong nilapitan at inawat sa tangkang pagsugod kay Andre. Please, just live for now. I will call you. Please, ayoko ng gulo, pakiusap niya rito. Marahas itong napabuntong hininga bago walang lingon likod na umalis. Nahahapong nilango niya si Andre. Get out, asap niya rito at nagmamadaling tinungo ang library. She would spend the night analyzing the reports. Gusto niyang abalahin ang sarili sa ibang bagay. Pagod na siya sa kaiisip sa mga problemang tila walang kalutasan. Is he the father, Abby? Does he know about it? Napatingala siya nang ma-realize na nakasunod pa rin ang lalaki sa kanya. Why are you doing this, Andre? Pagod niyang tanong. Answer me. Pabalibag nitong isinara ang pinto. Napipikang napahilamos siya ng mukha. All right, fine. He's the father of my baby. And I'm madly in love with him. Pagdating ng daddy, sasabihin ko sa kanya ang totoo, and we will live happily ever after. Because apparently, Cholo still loves me. And he doesn't give a damn that I used to be a drunk, an addict, the kind who sleeps with her best friend's boyfriend. Happy? Are you happy now, huh, Andre? Yan lang ang hinihintay mong sabihin ko, di ba? Narinig niya ang pagmumura nito. His eyes were tormented at sa isang iglap ay nakapulupot na ang kamay nito sa baywang niya, pulling her closer as his lips covered her mouth in a carnal kiss. Sandali siyang natulala sa pangyayari. His lips, hard against hers, were exceptionally warm and tender like always. Bigla ang paggapang ng init sa buong katawan niya. Nang marinig niya ang pagkandahulog ng mga gamit sa mesa ay namimilog ang matang tinangka niya itong itulak. But before she knew it, he had already pushed her onto the table. This is rape, impit niyang sigaw sa gitna ng mga halik nito. What? You don't think I'm nearly as good as any of your lovers? Humihingal nitong osol, endeavored her earlobes. Napapikit siya. Every cell in her body took pleasure in what Andre was making her feel. She would give up everything para lang dito. Just this once, Abby. Consider it a going away present. Bulong ng isip niya. Andre ripped off her top. Narinig niya ang pagpatak ng mga butones sa sahig. Please, Andre, honest niya, not quite sure what she wanted. Biglang natigilan si Andre pagkarinig sa kanya. Looking at her, his eyes were hazy with mixed desire and passion. Without a word, he pulled her up and kissed her. Softly, she opened her mouth to welcome the kiss she had been longing for forever. Narinig niya ang ungol nito. He gently slid her blouse off her and threw it on the floor. He cupped her breasts and she let out a sigh. Andre was kissing her shoulders, gently biting, nibbling on her throat, and down her breasts. She gasped when he started kissing her nipples, flicking them with his tongue, sucking the pearls atop her mounts with his mouth. Take my clothes off, babe, honest nito habang ibinababa ang pantalon niya along with her undies. Parang batang sunod-sunurang tinanggal niya isa-isa ang saplot nito until she can see all of him. Andre's physique was painfully perfect. Every muscle was on the right place. A dream was standing right in front of her. Hindi siya tumutol nang iangat siya nito. He lifted her up the table, and she wounded her legs around him. Then in a swift move, he lowered her onto him. Napakagat-labis siya, and held onto his shoulders sa sakit ng tila pagkapunit ng kanyang pagkatao. Andre paused, pure disbelief etched in his face. She could almost see fear in his deep, blue eyes. Please, don't stop, she pleaded. Tila nababatubolaning hinalikan muli siya nito, this time, in a feverish passion. She could feel him pulsating inside her. And when he started moving, she moaned. The pain diminished until it was only pleasure she felt. Oh God, babe, he groaned as he lifted her up and down onto him. Their bodies entwined, she moaned as Andre lifted her up against the wall and started to gain momentum. Moving faster and faster, he beat her shoulders as she clung onto him. Her arms were wrapped around his neck, and her legs were tightly curled around his waist. She took all of him lovingly and mindlessly. And then she felt it. Her body tensed up. Andre, the pleasure was getting unbearable. She closed her eyes, and in one full thrust they reached climax together. It was heaven. They remained in that position for a while, still breathless. Hinalik-halikan nito ang luhang tumulo sa mga mata niya. I am so sorry, Abby, simula nito, still not letting go of her. Bumitaw siya rito, and Andre let go of her. Nanghihina niyang dinampot ang mga nagkalat na damit at isinuot. Iyon. Ganoon din ang ginawa nito. Abby, tawag nito nang maupo siya sa sofa. I really am sorry. Umupo ito sa sahig sa harap niya. Why? Didn't you tell me? You made me believe that you are something you're not. May halong hinanakit sa tinig nito. Niyakap niya ang sarili upang itago ang kahabdan. Di sinasadyang napunit nito ang damit niya kanina. You don't have to be sorry for what happened, Andre. We both wanted it, sabi niya nang hindi ito tinitingnan. I'm not sorry for what happened. That's not what I meant when I apologized. I am only sorry for accusing you unjustly. I am so ashamed of myself. Sinubukan itong abutin ang kamay niya pero iniiwas niya iyon. At least now I've proven myself to you, mapait niyang balik dito. Proving to the person she loved most that the rumors were groundless, giving herself to him the last hour was her finest. And now it was over. She wouldn't have had it any other way. It would forever be the best time of her life. Now, she had to face reality. Her dream had already gone too far. It had to end. Yes, you have, and now I feel like a complete bastard. Just get out, Andre, pigil ang hiningang utos niya. I'll marry you, Abby, walang kagatol-gatol nitong. Saad Andre, you don't have to marry me just to get those quilt feelings off your chest. We both wanted it to happen, hindi ako naghahabol, nag-iinit ang mukhang sagot niya. She could never accept his proposal. Hindi siya mahal ni Andre, he only desired her. And even if he did love her, Jenna would never forgive her this time. Sleeping with him was bad enough. Hirap ang kaloobang ikinulong niya ang mukha sa mga palad. Things had never been more complicated. Please, Andre, just leave. I don't ever wanna see you again, she murmured, holding back tears. What are you saying, Abby? What about what happened to us? Ako ang unang lalaki sa buhay mo. There's always a first time, Andre. Don't make a big deal out of it. Hindi niya alam kung paano niya yun nasasabi. Mabilis siyang tumayo at lumayo rito. Damn you, Abby. At paano kung magbunga ang nangyari sa atin, buong pagtitimping tanong nito. I'll inform you, but it's not likely, I assure you. I know my body. Now go, may tatapusin pa ako. She could not believe the calmness of her voice when deep inside, her heart was breaking. Narinig niyang mura nito bago pabalibag na sara ang pinto pagkalabas. Oh damn it, mura ni Andre at itinapon ang mga papeles na nagkalat sa lamesa niya. Mahigit isang linggo na niyang hindi nakikita si Abby. Abby's expensive perfume and her feminine scent still lingered in his mind. He would admit, nagkamali siya. Abby was everything but the bad girl everyone assumed she was. Pero bakit ganoon na lang kung itaboy siya nito? She dropped him like a hot potato. She stomped on his ego but more so, on his heart. Muli siyang napamura nang maalala ang pag-aalok niya rito ng kasal na tinanggihan ito without difficulty. Napailing siya. She probably loves Cholo. But she gave herself to me. Sigaw ng isip niya. I think overstaying in the Philippines is hazardous to your mental health. Shit, napapahiyang mura niya nang makita si Jenna na nakasandal sa gilid ng kanyang pintuan. Don't you ever knock. I knocked a few times, but it seems like the sane part of your existence is elsewhere. Lumapit ito sa kanya at naupo sa visitor's chair. When did you arrive? Pag-iiba niya ng usapan. Just now. I heard someone's in trouble around here so I came to the rescue, parang balewala nitong tugon. Who is? Well apart from you, a friend of mine. Speaking of friends, I need to visit one. See you. Tumalikod na ito. Naisip niya si Abby. Imposibleng ito ang tinutukoy. Ni Jenna dumating na ang ama nito, and Andre was aware how much Abby wanted to impress her dad pinamanmanan niya ang pamamalakad nito ng rancho. She was doing good. It made him wonder further kung paano nito nagagawang maging casual after what happened between them. Maybe she didn't like him at all. But she welcomed him so passionately. He really thought they felt the same considering the way she innocently roamed her hands around his body and kissed him so tenderly while they made love. Napapikit siya sa init na nanalasa sa katawan niya. The girl was driving him mad. Another shot, utos ni Abby sa bartender. Her voice was husky. Nasa bagong bukas siyang bar sa Bayan. Iniabot sa kanya ng bartender ang hinihing at walang kisap matang tinungga niya yon. That's our girl, sigaw ng mga lalaking nakapalibot sa kanya. Mga itinaas pa niya ang shot glass at nakipag-high five sa hindi kilalang kalalakihan. She didn't care. Wala nang natitira pa sa kanya. Just when she was starting a new life saka naman nagkalekelesh ang lahat. She found out na si Alicia ang may midnight transaction sa Rancho del Cerro. Natigil lang iyon pansamantala dahil ikinasal ito sa daddy niya. Isang anonymous tip ang natanggap niya na si Alicia ang tinuturong mastermind. Kinompronta niya ito, but to her horror ay hawak nito ang video niya pati na ang stripper costume na ginamit the smooth criminal was blackmailing her. Kung magsusumbong daw siya ay ipapakita nito sa buong bayan ng San Isidro ang video. Sisiguruhin itong kahihiyan. Ang ihahatid ni Abby sa daddy niya. Nagawa rin itong hanapan ng kung ano-anong gusot ang reports niya sa ama. Abby's dad was disappointed in her. Those things were immaterial. She could live with that. What drove Abby to drinking again were her memories of Andre. Hindi na ito nagpakita pa sa kanya, which was good, but her heart was missing him. At paano kung makita rin ito ang video niya? Parang lahat ng pag-asa niya ay nawala na. She felt so miserable and heartbroken. A drinking spree was the only thing she could think of to take away her despair temporarily. Another round then let's dance, sigaw ng nagpakilala sa kanyang si Tony. Sure, wala na sa sariling sagot niya. Ibinagsak niya ang hawak na baso at pasuray-suray na nagpatiuna sa dance floor. Tila nanambalik ang nakaraan niya. Back when she was young and carefree. Tila nakikita niya ang mga dating kaibigan na nakikipagsayaw sa kanya. Si Cholo, si Dong, si Anthony. And Jenna. They were all looking at her, but she could not read their eyes. She continued dancing, but she was just too drunk. Napakapit siya sa braso ng isa sa mga ito. And everything went pitch black. Hangover cure known to all mankind is awarded to Abigail Del Chero. Dahan-dahan niyang iminulat ang mga mata sa narinig na boses. Inikat niya ang paningin sa silid na ngayon pa lamang niya nakita. Marangya ang pagkakaayos niyon. Sinubukan niyang bumangon ngunit umikot ang kanyang paningin at kumirat ang kanyang sentido. Napangiwi siya. You broke your record, Abby. 7 hours straight drinking undiluted brandy. Way to go. Tiningnan niya ang nagsalita. Si Anthony, nakapamulsa. May puot ang kanyang dibdib. Nakatayo sa gilid ng kinahihigaan niya, at nakatunghay sa kanya. Biglang dumilim ang paningin niya at napuno ng, drink this first before going to war. Boses iyon ng unang nagsalita kanina si Dong. May hawak itong baso. What happened? Where am I? Sunod-sunod niyang tanong reunion. Tanong ng isip niya. Napahalakhak si Dong. You're in your little cottage. And as to your first question, I think na ikaw lang ang may-ari niyan. Napakunot noo siya at pilit na bumangon. Her cottage. My cottage. All I know is I was drinking and having fun. Inabot niya ang basong hawak-hawak ni Dong at sumingsem doon para lang mapangiwi. What's this? Don't ask, just drink it. Pampawala ng hangover. So, Abby, anong pumasok sa isip mo at bumalik ka sa pag-iinom, and alone, tanong ni Anthony. Naningkit ang mga mata niya. Why don't you ask yourself that, Anthony? Napayuko ito. Look, Abby, what I did before was for selfish reasons, and I cannot tell you how sorry I am. Nilinaw ko na sa kanilang lahat ang totoo. Please forgive me, puno ng pagsisising saad nito. You think your apology will bring back all the things that I lost because of your selfish lie, puno ng hinanakit na balik niya rito. I know I can never recover back what you lost, Abby. Can never give it back, and I am terribly sorry, it's really all that I can say. I'm so sorry. Sorry, pasiga na putol niya rito at tumayo kahit kumikirot pa rin ang ulo. Don't you guys know anything else but to say sorry? Tuluyan ang tumulo ang luha niya. I am so sick and tired of apologies. You think sorry can make me gain back my pride, my reputation. You think it will help whenever someone calls me a whore, a bitch. You think that will pay for the times I've been hit on just because they heard I slept with my best friend's boyfriend. Pinahid niya ang walang katapusang luhang tumutulo sa mga mata niya. Abby, tinangka siya nitong lapitan ngunit magkasunod na sampal ang iginawad niya rito. Napatibingi ito at natigilan siya nang makita ang bahid ng dugo sa gilid ng ulo nito. Nilapitan siya ni Dong at inawat. Tama na, Abby. He's hurt. Tumalikod si Anthony at paika-ikang lumabas sa kwarto. What happened to him? Naguguluhan niyang tanong. Iginaya siya ni Dong paupo sa kama bago nagsalita. Kagabi, when you passed out, nandoon na kami. Si Anthony ang sumalo sa'yo. But the guys around you wanted to take you with them. Jenna tried to stop them pero binastos nila si Jenna. Cholo and I were holding you at si Anthony ang humarap sa kanila. He protected you and Jenna, Abby. When a guy tried to grab you, hinarang niya ito. But another guy smashed his head with a bottle. Buti na lang nakailag siya at daplis lang ang tama. It took a while bago dumating ang mga bouncers at naawat sila. Mahaba nitong paliwanag. Nanghihinang napayuko siya. I know you can't readily call us true friends, Abby, but we are that, no matter what, saad nito. Umiling-iling siya, only one thing in her mind. Abby, narinig niyang tawag ni Jenna. Hindi niya ito nilingon. Dong, can you please give us a moment, narinig niyang pakiusap nito. Gave? No, Abby, don't. Let me explain, putol nito. I never give Alicia the video. I did send it your house, but it was for you. I sent it before I left for the UK a few weeks ago. I thought you already have it. I had no idea she's the one who got it. I swear, Abby, I would never do such a thing to you, Jenna said sincerely. Mabilis na sumunod ang lalaki. Why, Jenna, simulan niya. Muli siyang napahagulgol. Hindi, siya pumiksi nang yakapin siya ni Jenna. You have always been my best friend, I am so tired, Jen. I am so tired. Lalo siyang napayak. Shh, I know, don't worry, it's all over now. Hinimas-himas nito ang likod niya. Alicia still has the video, Jen, and she will use it against me. Pinahid nito ang luha niya. You don't need to worry about it anymore. And please, Abby, forgive Anthony. It was somehow my fault. I made him jealous of so many guys and it was his way of getting back at me. Very childish, but what did you expect? We were just kids back then. She smiled. What he did last night was enough for me to forgive him. Good. Umiti rin ito. And her old best friend was back. What did you mean when you said it's over about? Alicia, bigla niyang naalala. She's in jail now, Abby. What? Nagulat pa siya nang pare-pareho silang tatlo ni na Anthony at Dong ng tanong. Nasa pinto lang pala ang mga ito at nakikinig. Umikot ang mata ni Jenna at sinenyasan ang mga itong pumasok. How so very insulting. I may have been gone for a while, but I'm still the crazy bee-tick around here. How did you do it, ani Dong na tila mas interesado pa kaysa sa kanya. I pulled some strings. Turned out Alicia is still married with someone from San Carmen, so the wedding with Dad is null and void. Idagdag pa ang panggagansyo niya sa rancho ninyo. She's bound to rot in jail. Jenna grinned. Paano mo nalaman ang tungkol sa rancho? Nagtatakang tanong niya. Andre had it investigated and told me the juice. He was also the one who sent you the tip. I just made good use of it, simple nitong sagot. Biglang may hamiwang sakit sa dibdib niya pagkarinig. Sa pangalan ni Andre ngunit pilit niya yung inignora. Good things were starting to happen to her. What about the video? Tanong ulit niya. Safe, in my hands. Jenna grinned once again. I don't know what to say. She felt so relieved. For the first time after so many years, tapos na ba talaga? Was it real? She slept overnight, passed out drunk, to be exact, and everything was okay. A simple, thank you, Jenna, would suffice. Kinindatan siya nito. Thank you so very much, Jen. Niyakap niya ito. How touching, Anthony joked, then got serious. We may be a lot of things, Abby, but we're here for you if you ever need us. She reached for Dong and Anthony's hands para ang mga ito sa yakap nila ni Jenna. Am I too late? Bigla ang pagpasok ni Cholo. Pasensya na, inasikaso ko pa ang madrasta mo sa presinto. We pressed charges at medyo natagalan bago dumating ang abogado niya. Oh, Cholo. Sinalubong niya ito ng yakap. You're my father's client now, nakatawa nitong pahayag. Muntik na aniyang makalimutan na abogado pala ang ama nito, hindi nga lang masyadong active dahil mas inaasikaso ang negosyo ng pamilya. Thanks so much, Cholo, she said sincerely, at binitawan ito. Hindi na niya naisip ang huling nangyari sa. You are welcome, Abby. By the way, you have a very nice place here, komento ng bagong dating. This isn't mine. Nasaan ba tayo? Go out and see for yourself, makahulugang turan ni Jenna. Panaguguluhan man ay sinunod niya ito. Nasa pinto lang siya ay naamoy na niya ang pamilyar na simoy ng hangin na nanggagaling sa dagat. And when she stepped out, she literally held her breath. She was staring at the most beautiful place in the whole world for her. The very same place where she used to go to ever since she was little. Her favorite spot in all of San. With familiar palm trees around swaying with the waves, ang maputing buhangin sa paligid, tinakbo niya ang dagat. There was a newly constructed pier made of wood na tuloy-tuloy sa mapayapang dagat. Sa dulo ay may lamesang napaiikutan ng mga upo ang gawa rin sa matibay na kahoy. Surprise was an understatement. She would not trade this place for anything in the world. Her heart was overwhelmed. Dahan-dahan niyang nilangon ang pinanggalingan at tuluyan ng umagusdot ang luha ng kaligayahan upon reading the engraved letters on the nameplate hanging on the cottage door. Abby's Paradise. Nilangon ni Abby sina Jenna, Anthony, Dong, at Cholo. They were all smiling happily at her. Tumango si Jenna. This is Andre's gift to you. I don't understand. Why would he do this? Because he loves you, silly, nakatawa nitong sagot. Jenna, guilt rushed through her face. Abby, I've just told you Andre is in love with you, pero tingnan mo ang mukha mo. Para kang namatayan, hindi makapaniwala nitong puna. Why are you so casual about it? Natutop ni Jenna ang noo nito. Abby, you are so genuinely innocent. I like Andre, I do. But not as a lover. Ew. Jenna shrugged and continued. When I told you that we treat each other as girlfriend and boyfriend, it's true. But only to a point na hindi kapatid ang turing ko sa kanya, but a dear, dear friend. Tumingin ito kay Anthony. So, you mean wala kayong relasyon, kumpirma? Nya. Jenna nodded. I turned him down. I thought you love him, nausal. Nya. Oh, I should have known. The guy went nuts. No wonder he flew to Manila crying pagkabigay ng susi ng cottage mo. He told me to tell you his work here is done. I need to see him. Mas kausap niya ang sarili kaysa ang mga kaharap. Well, hurry up, then. He's flying to the UK tonight. The most elusive heartthrob I know, bungad ni Nina. Kadarating lang ni Andre sa condo unit niya sa Makati. Hindi niya inaasahang madadatnan pa rin doon ang babae. Nina was a fling. Nakalive-in niya ito for a couple of months. He decided to break it up nang mapagpasyahan niyang magstay sa San Isidro. Hindi na niya ito pinaalis sa unit. It was paid anyway, at wala namang tumitira. I just came here to get my passport, Nina. I'm leaving for England tonight. Dumiretso siya sa kwarto. Why so sudden, Dre? Halata ang pagkagulat sa tinig nito. Simply because there's no reason to stay. Jenna is finally okay and I have my own life to lead and business to take care of in London. Nakita niya ang hinahanap at isinuksok ang libreta sa likurang bulsa ng pantalon. Stay even for a night, hon, I missed you, sabi nito at ipinulupot ang mga kamay sa baywang niya. Napabuntong hininga siya. Wala siyang maipipintas kay Nina. She had a tall, slim, curvaceous body. Not to mention a pretty face. There was a time na hindi niya matanggihan ang mga advances nito, pero mula nang makilala niya si Abby, he had lost interest in even looking at other girls. I got my ticket already and I'll be late kung hindi pa. Ako aalis ngayon. Narinig niya itong umungol. So, that's it for us, ha? I gave you time to mind your business wherever that hellhole was, thinking you'd come back. Now you're telling me you're leaving for good. It's over between us a long time ago, Nina. I never gave you any false hopes on that score. Tinalikuran niya ito at tumuloy na sa pinto. Why are you so cold? Nilapitan siya nito at muling iyakap, this time ay idinikit ang dibdib sa katawan niya. Come on, honey, love me for the last time, anas nito at sinimulang halik-halikan ang leeg niya. Nilingon niya ang nakabukas na pinto. Manggaling-nganing isara niya iyon at pagbigyan ang hinihingi nito, pero gustuhin man niya ay talagang late na siya. He was lucky enough to get a one-way ticket in such a short notice. Ayaw na niyang sayangin iyon. He hated plane hopping, and he wanted to leave as soon as possible. He was hoping that the pain he was feeling would not haunt him in England. Ipinangako niya sa nahanap na ina na tatawagan ito at aasikasuhin ang petition para rito. He had forgiven her, but it was not enough to make him stay. He needed to go far away. Siniguro lang niyang maayos ang kalagayan ni Abby. He just could not hang around and witness her happy ending with Sholo. Kanina sa presinto ay nakita niya ang pagpupursige ng binata na maakusahan si Alicia ng lahat ng pwedeng ikaso rito. Sholo was calling Jenna every now and then to check up on Abby. Ayaw na niyang guluhin pa ang mga ito. He would have gone to war with Sholo kung may nakita man lang siya kahit kaunting pag-asa mula kay Abby. But she never even attempted to see him. Inilayo niya ang sarili kay Nina at dinampyan ito ng halik sa labi. I'll call you when I get there. You can even visit me if you want, palubag loob niya. Nina wasn't a bad partner and companion. Not at all. Can I visit you, too? Napalingon silang pareho sa nakabukas na pinto. Wearing an overused blue jeans, white oversized t-shirt na halos punit-punit na, and absolutely no makeup. A girl stood there. Ang buhok nito ay basta na lang itinali sa likod. Namamaga pa ang mga mata nito, tila galing sa kaiyak at mapulang-mapula ang ilong. The most beautiful face he had ever laid his eyes on, also the last person he do imagine to be where he was right now. Abby, I'd want to visit you too, that is, if I cannot stop you from leaving. Who is this girl? Nakita ni Abby ang pagtaas-baba ng tingin ng babae sa kanya. The woman was, without doubt, beautiful. Muntik na siyang mapa-atras nang makita ito pero nilakasan na lang niya ang loob. It was her last chance to win Andre. Nina, please leave us. Hindi maalis-alis sa kanya ang tingin ni Andre. Why would I do that? Reklamo nito. Nina, now. Dumagundong ang tinig ng lalaki. Tila natakot ang babae at nagmamadaling lumabas patungo sa elevator. Come in, marahang iniaya ni Andre. The change in his tone was so remarkable, it reached the innermost of her senses. It was so softly spoken and it made her realize how she missed the sound of his voice. Pinagmasdan niya ito at pumasok. Bumagsak ang katawan nito. Lalong hamaba ang buhok, nangingitim na ang panga sa stubbles na parabang nakalimutan na nitong mag-shave. It didn't make him less handsome though. If anything, the change only made him more attractive. She still could not believe that one time in her life this Man was all hers, her most beautiful memory, and she would treasure it for always. Naupo siya sa sofa, tila binabantayan nito ang bawat kilos niya. Hindi nagtagal ay lumapit ito sa kanya. He sat her day on the table in front of her. Ipinatong nito ang dalawang siko sa tuhod at naihilamos ang palad sa mukha. Pagkatapos ay nangalumbaba at mataman siyang pinagmasdan. So, what are you doing here, Abby? His voice sounded fragile, as if full of insecurity. Ang mga mata nito ay kakikitaan ng napakaraming emosyon. Fear, confusion, disappointment, gladness, and a lot more that she could not readily name. Tila dinudurog ang puso niya. I came here to say, thank you, for the cottage you made for me, she started stupidly. You're welcome. Anything else? Mabilis nitong sagot, his expression remaining the same. Napahinga siya ng malalim. Their faces were so close to each other that she had to lean backwards para pigilan ang sariling abutin nito, halikan at yakapin. And thanks for taking the time to investigate, Alicia. If not for you, we wouldn't have known of her mischiefs. Muli nitong pinadaan ang kanang palad sa mukha, as if suppressing anger. Jesus, Abby, nang hihina nitong anos. Is that all you came for? To thank me about stuff not related to us? No, mabilis niyang sagot. Then, tell me, Abby. Please, tell me something that I would want to hear, pakiusap nito. I came here to beg you to stay, pikit mata niyang. Sabi, hindi niya gustong makita ang reaksyon sa mukha nito. She didn't hear a response, so she opened her eyes. And he was there, looking at her ever so intently. And why do you want me to stay? Didn't you tell me that you never want to see me again? Mapait nitong sagot. I know I did, but it's only because I thought you and Jenna were together. I can't afford to hurt her again, although I never did, not in the way that counted. You know our history. Nahihirapan niyang paliwanag. The two of you have. Inabot niya ang kamay nito at dinala. Are you telling me? Jenna already explained to me the kind of relationship sa pisngi niya. I was wrong to let you go, Andre. I am so sorry. Sinalubong ni Andre ang kanyang tingin. Hope flickered in his eyes. You're killing me, babe. Tell me exactly what you want. She closed her eyes once again and basked in the warmth of Andre's hand on her face. Then she looked at him. I love you. That's what I'm trying to say. And that pushing you away from me was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I'd rather die, sumangot-singot siya, than go through that same amount of pain again. I'll do everything to make you stay, she said almost desperately. Nanatiling nakatitig sa kanya si Andre, bewildered. Say something, naiinip niyang antag dito. Ibinaba nito ang kamay mula sa pagkakahawak sa mukha niya at mahigpit na pinisil ang kanyang mga kamay. You will do anything to make me stay. A grin was on his lips. Sunod-sunod ang ginawa niyang pagtango. Kiss me. What? My flight is in an hour and I can still make it, so do it. Now or I'll go. Tumingin pa ito sa wristwatch. Walang pangangiming inabot niya ang batok nito and kissed him. Ginaya niya ang ginawa nitong paghalik sa kanya that first time. Hard, demanding, and pleading. Before she knew it, nakatayo na sila. Andre's arms were wrapped around her. Nang maghiwalay ang kanilang mga labi, they were both breathing raggedly. Are you gonna stay now? She asked, looking up at his handsome face which was now suffused with desire. Until forever runs out on us, he replied. She tiptoed to reach for his lips again. She kissed him lovingly. She didn't notice Andre carrying her to the bedroom, to the forever he promised. They made love until their strength left them, knowing their love for each other never